What is up, guys? Welcome back to Apple Launch Day for 2023. Earlier today we took a look at this blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max and the black fine woven case for it, and now it's time to look at the Apple Watch Series 9. So the first thing I noticed on this box is it actually doesn't say carbon neutral anywhere on it, which is impressive to me because they totally just bragged about that for a long time in the keynote where they announced this and the iPhone 15s. I guess this is the first fully carbon neutral Apple product ever, something like that. Does anyone actually care? Like, it's great that Apple's being more environmentally aware, but does anyone actually care to have 10 minutes of an Apple event dedicated to some weird skit with Mother Nature talking about, look at this, we made a carbon neutral Apple Watch, guys? I don't know, it didn't do much for me, but I guess, again, it is good that they're trying to be more aware of their impact on the environment, especially with releasing a whole new iPhone lineup every single year. Taking a look at the box, it says Apple Watch on the top as always. It's nice and thin because they don't include much with them anymore. And coming around back, you can see they don't have the little square thing that shows you what Apple Watch you got anymore, but it does, if you look very closely up here, say Apple Watch Series 9 45mm midnight aluminum GPS. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing out of its box and take a look at the basically absolutely nothing that's different from the Series 8. Alright, so it's cool to see that they're still doing the design on the inside of the box with the different Apple Watches and different bands that you can get for them. The top box actually does contain the watch, and the bottom contains my solo loop that I ordered. As I found out last year, size 8 is the right size for my wrist, so that is again what I ordered this year. And all the weight's on this side because that's where the Apple Watch is. So they're still wrapping the Apple Watch in this kind of like cardboard type pouch thing. I do still miss the microfiber pouches they wrap them in. I think that stopped after the Series 4, and I know it's never going to come back, but I'm going to say it every time I unbox an Apple Watch because it was just a nice thing that they had in there. So we're going to set the watch off to the side for just a second and take a look at what else comes in the box. It looks like, oh, we do have a braided Apple Watch charger now. That's kind of nice. There we go. Did they start including the steel puck with the aluminum Apple Watches? We're going to find out. Okay, so it's not steel, but it's also not plastic. I didn't realize that it would be coming with the braided cable. Before we get to the actual Apple Watch, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this solo loop. I don't expect it to be any different than the other ones I've gotten, but we're still going to take a look at it anyway. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that was elegant. So it's the same as they have been ever since they started doing these. I don't really remember what year it was. It might have been 2019, but as you can see, it's nice and stretchy. And I actually do like the feel of these solo loops, but I will absolutely be transferring my Space Black Milanese loop to the new Apple Watch, which is a color you can't get anymore because they replaced it with graphite, I believe, when the iPhone 12 came out. Let's go ahead and pop this thing out of its little cardboard sleeve. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and slide the solo loop onto it. No, I got it right on the first shot this time. What a concept that is. And there it is. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on. It did come with a charge. Apple's actually usually pretty good about shipping their devices with a charge, brand new in box. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and bring the iPhone up to the Apple Watch and start setting it up. The iPhone already sees the new Apple Watch ready to be paired, so we're going to go ahead and hit continue here. There's our specialty code that we need to scan with the iPhone right here. And just like that, our Apple Watch is paired. So I am going to be making this my new Apple Watch. We're going to transfer the apps data and settings from my Series 8 right here over to the new Series 9. This is that screen that you only get to see once in your watch's life unless you reset it to its factory settings. And I think it looks really cool. I've always liked the design of this little splash screen they have while you're setting up a new Apple Watch. We're going to go ahead and agree to these terms and conditions here. And we're going to go ahead and not share our watch analytics. and also create a passcode for this Apple Watch. Just like setting up the iPhone, they give you a little informational screen on the safety features that the Apple Watch has. And we're now waiting for the Apple Watch to sync to the new iPhone. And it actually looks like it's already almost done. Does it say the same thing on the watch? Yeah, it does. Look at that. I guess while we're waiting, we can do the get to know your watch thing. So watchOS 10 came out, and it's cool. There's a lot of cool things that they implemented into it, but what I really don't like is the fact that your home screen isn't a grid anymore. It's just a list of these little either circle icons, or you could also turn it into just a list of all the apps you have installed. Another thing that I found very annoying was that swipe up isn't Control Center anymore. You now have to do the side button, and the side button used to bring up multitasking, which is now a double press of the digital crown, and a double press of the digital crown used to bring you back to the most recent app that you had used. So watchOS 10 does seem to be pretty decent, but it is kind of annoying to get used to the new controls. And it looks like we're already done syncing. There it is, yep, welcome to Apple Watch. Let's see if it got my settings. So I believe I gotta change the name of it to Series 9, but I think I can actually start using this watch now. Yep, check that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Series 8 off of my wrist and put the new Apple Watch on with its solo loop. But as I said earlier, I will absolutely be switching my Milanese loop over to the Series 9. So you're kind of going to have to look at this sideways, but as I said, guys, there's not really much new about the Series 9 versus the Series 8. So if that's the case, why did I upgrade? If you take a look at the screen on my Series 8, it's pretty scratched up, pretty beat up, and the battery I noticed in this and in my iPhone 14 Pro aged faster than any other iPhone or any other Apple Watch I've ever had. My Series 8 is already down to a 91% maximum capacity, which kind of bothers me because I've only ever charged this watch with one of the old little 5-watt iPhone chargers. I've never fast charged this watch, and that's one of the features that they were super proud of when they announced the Series 8 last year, was the fact that you could fast charge it. Maybe it was the Series 7, but regardless, even without fast charging, the battery aged that quick in the Series 8. And it's the same story with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. As you can see, we're already down to 93% max capacity with optimized battery charging on, and it's the same story with this too. I've only ever charged it with the 5-watt charge brick, except maybe like 2 or 3 times I fast charged it when I needed charge super quick. I've never had an iPhone battery age this quickly. Alright guys, so to finish off this video, we're gonna go ahead and transfer my Space Black Milanese loop over to the new Apple Watch. Looking at them both side by side here, can you really tell the difference between the Series 8 and the Series 9? Another advantage to the Series 9, which is in fact this one, I actually had to look at the back to make sure. The screen on this gets 2 times brighter than the screen on the Series 8 did, which will be nice for outdoor use, and I actually do kind of notice a little bit of a difference sitting here under my soft boxes, but I will absolutely be comparing them outside at some point. And there you go, guys. We now have the Space Black Milanese loop on the Apple Watch Series 9. That is going to be it for Apple launch day for 2023. If you missed the video I released earlier, we took a look at the 1TB blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max with its fine woven case. And as you guys know, we just got done unboxing and setting up the Apple Watch Series 9. That is going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thank you for watching.